Jeff Bezos once booby-trapped his childhood home. Jeff Bezos built an electric alarm system to keep his siblings out of his room. He was 15. They were 9 and 10. He wanted nothing to do with them. Years later, these same siblings would each invest $10,000 in his crazy internet bookstore idea. They had only one guarantee: they'd still get invited to Thanksgiving if it failed. That $10,000 turned into over $1 billion. The story of the Bezos siblings begins in the late 1960s. Jeff was already a teenager when his siblings arrived. Christina came first in 1969. Mark followed in 1970. The age gap meant Jeff often saw them as annoying little kids. Young Jeff turned their home into his personal fortress. He rigged the house with various alarms and contraptions. His most sophisticated creation was an electric alarm system for his bedroom. It would alert him whenever his siblings tried to sneak in. Christina and Mark became unwitting test subjects for his engineering experiments. Despite his defensive installations, Jeff wasn't always trying to keep them away. He helped them with science projects. They built seismographs together. Every summer, all three worked on their grandfather's Texas ranch. They fixed windmills and repaired bulldozers. Once, they even built an entire house from a Sears kit. Jeff's scientific mind showed early. He turned their home into a laboratory. The electric alarm was just one of his many inventions. His siblings became unwilling participants in his experiments. The family moved frequently. They traveled from New Mexico to Texas and finally settled in Florida. While Jeff stayed local, Mark went to boarding school in Norway. Then came 1995. Jeff had a wild idea about selling books online. He needed investors for his risky venture. He turned to his family first. His parents believed in him enough to invest $250,000. Christina and Mark, despite their history of being his test subjects, each invested $10,000 for 30,000 shares. Mark often jokes about the dramatic change in how he saw his brother. The annoying inventor of bedroom alarms had become the guy who started Amazon. The sibling who once booby-trapped his room was now a visionary entrepreneur. Today, the siblings remain incredibly close. Jeff calls Mark the funniest guy in my life. In 2021, he invited Mark to join him on Blue Origin's first human spaceflight. Before launch, Christina sent them an emotional message recalling their childhood adventures. It made both brothers tear up in the space capsule.